pre-video warning that I just got LASIK a week ago and there's still some bright redness in my eye from the procedure. It's not painful in any way to me, but I wanted to let you know in case anyone is squeamish to that sort of thing. If you care about your privacy, internet safety, or even flexibility of internet access you have, a VPN may be of interest to you. And NordVPN is so easy to use, with an incredible amount of features that make your browsing experience so much better. One thing I'd like to talk about this time is the NordVPN browser extension, which you can access with a Nord subscription. The browser extension is awesome. Using the extension allows you to automatically connect to a VPN when you're about to use the internet, so you don't have to open the desktop app or make other apps that are connected to the internet go through the VPN as well unless you want them to. You can customize when websites see your real IP and when you want to use a VPN, which is amazing because I used to have to turn it off for certain things like accessing my bank online. No more. It's incredibly lightweight, convenient, and private. NordVPN doesn't collect activity logs because your browsing history is your business. You can also set up different configurations per browser. So like maybe you use Chrome to browse UK versions of websites and American versions on Edge. It's also a great option if you are borrowing a device from someone else. So rather than downloading the desktop app, simply turn on the browser extension while you're using a computer that's not your own, and then turn it off when you're done. I'm pretty forgetful, so I really like that it's a more set it and forget it type situation, and something I was really excited to tell you about. If you are interested, every purchase of a 2-year plan will receive a huge discount plus 4 bonus months for free by going to nordvpn.com/Gibi. My URL is actually the best deal on the internet. Factual. So if you would like to try a Nord subscription, don't just Google it later and sign up. Go through my URL, nordvpn.com/Gibi. It supports the channel and it is your best option for getting the best savings and 4 bonus months for free. Nord does have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so give it a try and let me know what you think. Protect yourself. You never know who's looking at your stuff. Shut them down. Thank you so much, NordVPN, for sponsoring today's video. And thank you so much for watching. Why, hello. How are you? Not a moment too soon. All the color in your eyes is completely gone. I'm assuming you have an appointment. Ah, yes. We can actually set that up as recurring. Okay. Were you interested in the new eye models today? Yes, I just had some installed myself. You get a little bit of redness for about a day or two and then it will go away. Don't look. Okay. And would you confirm your name for me? That's what I thought. Perfect. So I will be the one doing the treatment today. I'm going to go ahead and plug in all of the options that I think might be suitable for you at this time. So, as you know, you can switch colors about every 3 months if you want it. 6 months is the most popular, and about a year is really the longest you should wait. Some people prefer to walk around with like completely colorless eyes. That is up to them. And you are in no danger if you do so. But I have you in for your appointment today, so let's do that now. Okay. have no allergies on your chart, is that correct? Oh, that will be okay. All of our pigments should suit you perfectly. And we can always do a test. However, all of the compounds should be the same to any eye color you had with us in the past. So, I can give you a sample card. Now, most of these eyes, they would suit you. For this particular appointment, I'm going to guide you in a certain direction based on my analysis. So let me show you what I have. Okay. This is the fun part. Here's where you get the first look at our seasonal models. Are any of them standing out to you in particular? I can keep that in mind while I'm doing your assessment. Okay. Yes, well, right off the bat, I do like maybe something in this range for you this time. The weather is getting much warmer. Okay, great. Let me take a little bit of a closer look, then I can help you lock it in. So, go ahead and look right at my nose. Okay. All right. Look over my shoulder. Over this shoulder. And over the other shoulder. Okay. All right, interesting. Interesting. Very good. And go ahead and look at my joker. Okay. Good. Okay. I believe I do like this range for what I'm seeing at the moment. Is it a little bit different than what you got last time, or more in the same color range? Because it can really depend. Depends on the weather, your style change, how much time you spend in the sun. Perhaps you get a little bit more coloration, maybe a little bit burnt. Maybe you've spent all winter indoors and you look more pale than you usually do. Maybe you are glowing from a new relationship. It doesn't, we're not sure. I don't need to know the details. I just need to look at you right now. And that's what I see. So, deserve something bold. I think you need that. I do. This color here. Once again, it can always be changed. Give it about 3 months. But, I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong. Then maybe we could transition over to this one next. Or, ooh, even a more pale. Maybe down to green once the leaves start changing. Nice icy winter. But this one I like it. I like it. So, we do want to keep it on match. Some clients, they are approved to do a custom mix, but this one comes as a set. So we're going to do the left and the right eye in the same style with slight variation. Now this is only the representation, okay? And the representation, they are identical. But we're going to give slight little bits of change, okay? In between the two eyes to make it look unique, okay? What do you think? Let's do it. I like it a lot. Okay, so what I need to do is plug this in. Alright, so this is starting with a little mix of a base here. Okay. I want you to go ahead and just relax. I'm not going to be touching anything to your eye yet. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, perfect. Okay. That should give the color information that your base needs. And I can plug these in. And that will produce your color card. Okay. We want to start with any violet, purple. It's not much. This is just a little touch, tiny little touch. And if you are slightly sensitive to any sensation, I can give you a little bit of a spritz, but this wouldn't hurt at all. Of course, one moment. Now this doesn't go directly onto your eye. I'm going to take the cap off, do a little spray on here, like so. Now, I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to lay this on top like that. Gently, gently massaging. Okay. And then once more, just a little swipe. There. You can let it set for a moment as I get the cards ready. So, we start with the violet base, okay? This is going in tiny, tiny, tiny areas. A little bit where more red and true blue tones overlapped, so ready? Just a little. Good. Perfect. It makes for a very airbrushed effect. We don't want just plop, plop, plop splashes of color. You understand. Now the blue is going to be our top layer, so I'm actually going to do that last. We want to do a little bit of our mixture, red, orange. Let me sift through the cards we have here. Now this blue. Next. A little bit of this turquoise. Not for this shade too much. No, this doesn't seem to be what we need here. Green. Honestly, not too much this time. Light green. Again, not quite the yellow we will be utilizing, especially in the highlights area. Orange and red. The orange and red colors. This is where I want to carefully mix, starting with some orange here. And like so. Good, good, good. Now the red swirl. Do you have a preference, left or right? Which one you want a little bit more red? Okay, I can do that. Alright, we're going to give this a little bit more of a distance. Ready? I need to be moving and perfect. Okay, nice. Open wide eyes. Open wide eyes. fantastic. I'm almost in the right mind to just keep it like this, but no. We need the blue. We need it. It brings it all together. The contrast, the drama. Okay. Okay. Now this is a lighter blue than you might anticipate, but with my technique, I'm going to add most of the saturation in the detailing. That really makes it pop. We do the lighter underneath, gives it sort of a glow effect. Okay. There. I like that. I like that quite a bit. So, we wait for that to set. To the side here. Do you feel anything at all? Some people report a slight tingle. Tingle, tingle. For the details, this is actually my favorite part. I can put these aside. We have a few color profiles here that we can work with. But we're mostly going to be working with our reds and blues because that is what stands out the most in this particular style. So we do a little bit here, and of course, just a touch, I believe, the orange, and we leave the yellow for the true highlights. Okay. Perfect. So, this part, you can blink as much as you'd like. Just when you're ready, go ahead and you can kind of just look past me. I'm going to just be working on the surface. It will not hurt a bit. Once again, sometimes a little tingly, but that's about it. You can always let me know if you need a break. If you have to sneeze, don't sneeze in my face. You would be surprised. Okay. We'll start on this eye here. Good. 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 Now this is the more starburst effect. So I'm going to get in here and simply do tiny, tiny, tiny little lines like so. Kind of feathering the effect. Good. Other one we try to match but not too closely, just a little bit. Okay. Good. Okay. Dot here. And I'll kind of complement that with a dot here. I think layering the blue over top is really what's going to make the magic here. Okay, so this is more of a side shading motion, like so. Good. Good. Oh, that's perfect. The saturation is exactly what we're looking for, yes. Very good. Okay. We'll add a little bit to the edge here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Like that. Other side. Start the shading. Kind of get that going a little bit. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Edge here. And a few swipes up like that. Magnificent. Oh, I love this color style. It's just so interesting, so bold, so bright, and very appropriate for just the gorgeous weather we've had. Sort of blend in with the nature. Okay. So all really that's left to do are the highlights. Now we have a few highlight options. These sort of layer on top. It has a different finish, more of a shine. And we can give a little bit of a teal green. We don't want to do exactly the color that we put on. We need to make a little bit of contrast. We need a little bit of pizzazz. So go ahead and look to the side for me. Look to the other side. Look up. Look down. Follow the circle. Follow the circle. And back to my nose. Okay, relax. I know exactly where to put it. And there. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. this is going to be our main event in terms of highlights. So, I'm going to just circle and circle and circle and circle and circle and yes, perfect. I love it. Oh, that looks amazing. Amazing. Oh, it completely changes your whole demeanor. You look very awake. So this is the style that we did on you. And to be quite honest, it's going to look even a bit brighter than the example, especially when that color sets in. What do you think? Well, let's do the curing process. Quite simple. I'm going to place this over one eye. There you go. And let that cure. Very good. And the other eye. A few minutes is all you need. Over the eye. And cure. Yes, this is going to add protection to the top layer and really, really make it glow, make it glow. So, you should be all set now. That color is cured. It is semi-permanent. It will start to fade within about 6 months. That's when the fading begins. So that's when most people choose to change up the color. Once again, we could do it in 3 months. The pigment will be easy enough to replace then. Otherwise, you can call and make an appointment, or we can set that up for you. Absolutely, it was my pleasure. I'm so glad that you went with this color. It looks stunning. So I can sign you up for a reminder. Sometimes 6 months away. It's hard to plan, but I can kind of save a spot for you. Great client, great client. Absolutely. Okay. There. Alright, so your color is about 90% there today, and by the time you wake up in the morning, it will be at 100%, so you can let me know how you're enjoying them, or I will just see you at your next appointment. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you enjoy life with your new eyes, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.